go. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Working the middle here, that's complete to Sample, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The Bengals at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
Burrow looking to pass. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their 25-yard line. Corral with it on first down. And he's got his target, Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. First down. Here's Corral with it. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Corral on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Again, it's Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Corral looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return. It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Slot man moves right. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. In motion right here, Boyd. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. 11 empty, take. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Gun. Stop. 11 empty, take. 11 empty, take. 11. 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have regained the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think we're going to keep going to it until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, Corral. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On second down, here's Corral. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, Corral. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's Corral on 1st down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now back to throw.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down. Out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down.
Corral. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Corral with it. 1st down here.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
On 3rd down, Corral.
Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Uses the stiff arm, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Burrow on play action. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A 1st down throw here for Corral. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll go with Foreman, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Foreman, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Fourth down, here's Corral.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they haven't called on him all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 44.
12.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
The 71 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
11 mighty. 11 empty. 11
now Joe Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. It's Mixon on the counter.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
12.
Again, it's Mixon.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll have that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. C2cwk9 with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mixon running wide side. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline series that they kept him out of the end zone, but still that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, it's Corral.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there. 46 yards.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine.